Okay, so in this week's upload, I'm going to take you through an easy horse racing trade on screen for beginners, explain what Betfair trading is, how it works, and show you a simple example where I made around about 20% of my overall stake in one trade with one entry and one exit. So we'll share all this on screen for you in just a second, so hang in there for a few minutes. But first of all, what is Betfair trading? Okay, effectively Betfair trading is cashing out on Betfair's exchange, except you open the position in the first place expecting to close out based on price movement. It's not straight bet. Okay, so if I was to run a comparison, it'd be very similar to the stock market, but for sports odds. So you can say, for example, where in the stock market you would buy shares, the price goes up, you then sell them, keep the profit. We can do that on Betfair's exchange by laying a price. As the price goes up, we then close it out, back in, and lock in the profit. Or on the other hand, if you were short in stocks because you expect the price to drop, you can do that by backing on the exchange and then laying it off at a shorter price, keeping the difference in the process. Obviously, if the price goes against us, we have to close out for a loss too. So the whole aim of the game is to do it more frequently, getting the price direction and movement correct overall. So that is, in its simplest format, how it works. We'll run you through some of the numbers in just a second when I share this example with you. Let's move straight on to the example now, and I'll take you through it in a few simple steps. So starting here on the Betfair Exchange website, that's the Exchange tab at the top on the left there, not the Sportsbook. They're very different products. It's a place where people can place bets against each other, and Betfair just take a small amount of commission from that transaction. You can see on the left there we've got an open position already. That's because looking at the horse racing this morning, I decided that there was an increased chance that one particular horse in this race was likely to drift. That's not to say that others won't drift, but this one I thought would more than anything. So around about 11 o'clock, you can see on the racing post there, overworked, underpaid. That was the selection that I chose, and I laid for £100. That means I laid it for it to say that I would bet against it winning. Okay, so you can see on the Betfair Exchange interface, that's why we've got the red figure on overworked and underpaid. Just bringing up the Betfair graphs and charts there to show you the price history. You can see the favourite has drifted somewhat already. Others within this race have also drifted, but there's been a little bit of money for the second favourite there, as you can see on screen. If you don't understand this chart, by the way, don't worry about it too much. There'll be a link above or below in the description where we previously uploaded a video last week fully explaining the Betfair charts and graphs and how to read them effectively. So check that out if you haven't seen it already. But you can see that runner there has been backed, the price has come in, and there's been a flurry of money. So just showing you the overview of the historic prices there, but based on this information in the morning, and we'll explain more about that in just a second, I decided that this price was going to drift, therefore I opened our position. That is phase one of placing a trade or kind of like an advanced cash out on Betfair's exchange. I do that in the anticipation that the price is then going to lengthen, which means we'll move on to phase two, which is whereby you need some time to go to take place. You'll come back, maybe monitor this position, check that it's going in the direction you expected. You can check it on your phone if you're away from the computer. For a longer term morning trade. Once you've found the price movement, you then need to close out that position. You can do that two ways. You can do that via tapping the cash out button on the top in the middle there, or you can do it by placing a bet, as I've just done on the screen, at a slightly further away price. We call that offering a price in the marketplace. It just means that you get a little bit more profit if the price moves a little bit further because you're offering it at a bigger price. So you can see the bet starts to get matched over on the right there, overworked and underpaid, that's our selection. So we've laid it at average odds of 8.93. We've monitored the position. We've decided that it's coming up close to the start of the race because all of this is before the start of the race. And then we've placed a back bet in the marketplace for 78, I forget the figure now, but for around about £78 at 11.5. So that price difference between 8.93 and 11.5 is where the profit comes from, which of course is step three, which is closing out the trade, okay, locking in that green, that profit, which you're starting to see over on the left hand side of the Betfair Exchange interface there also. Now, reasons for doing this, it becomes a little bit more complex. It's useful to use software, as longer term viewers of this channel will know. This channel is all about trading, betting, finding value, making money. Check out the other videos by all means, but we'll show you the numbers on screen here. for, from a beginner's standpoint, if you've just come across this for the first time and you don't fully understand how this whole thing's working. But essentially, the difference between the back bet and the lay bet is very similar to the exposure from the first bet and the profit being locked in from the second bet. So you're kind of covering yourself from all angles because the difference in price is allowing you to do that, all before the start of the race takes place. So we're coming into the final few minutes now, and the back bet is being matched. Overall, we'll show you the bet slip nice and clear on the screen. We'll put the figures on the screen also to show you the difference between the two, so you can see where the profit come from. If you're interested in furthering your knowledge, so you can do this possibly on football, horse racing, tennis, many other sports, then check out a link in the description. Also, we've got some courses there that can run you through it, or alternatively, there's free videos on this channel that you're free to peruse through to. Check out the channel page. We'll put a link in the description. Thanks for watching, and also don't forget the Betfair graphs video that we uploaded last week to make things a little bit clearer for you if that's your first viewing of a Betfair Exchange chart.